Alright folks, so here's the ingredients we're going to be using today. We have 1 pound of sausage, 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, 1 red bell pepper, 1 yellow onion, 2 stalks of celery, and 6 or 7 things of green onions. Now it's time to get chopping. Alright, so we've got all of this stuff chopped up. Do your sausage about that wide. Generally, your chicken, maybe a little bit bigger than your thumb, just kind of bite size. And your vegetables chopped up kind of finely about like this. Now I will say, you can find a lot of this in your frozen produce section already chopped up and frozen. And it's fine to do it that way. I did it this way just for the sake of doing it from scratch. But you can save a lot of time if you can find onions and bell peppers and celery already chopped up in a frozen bag. That's just fine. So what we want to do now, we want to season our chicken. So we're going to grab some salt and be generous with this. I'm sorry, I'm a little hoarse today. But generously, give it plenty of salt. You're not going to give it too much. And then once you get done with the salt, we're going to come back and we're going to give it some pepper. And so now the hard part is over, guys. It's time to get cooking, and this is where the magic happens. So alright guys, what we have here is a pot that can go in the oven. You're going to have one that goes in the oven. Don't use one with plastic handles, because this will go into the oven in the end. Right now what we have is a 16-quart pot on medium-high heat with 3/4 of a cup vegetable oil. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add all this chicken that we seasoned earlier. Woo. And what you want to do is just stir it around a little bit. Now you turn down that heat a little bit. And you want to cook it until, all the pink is gone. And so we'll take a break for a little bit, but just keep stirring this, and we'll come back in a little bit. Alright, so we let this chicken cook for about 12 minutes. Been stirring it occasionally. We kind of get a little brown, make sure you got all the pink out. So next what you want to do is use a slotted spoon. Get all this chicken out and put it into a bowl. Now next what we're going to do is we're going to add in our sausage. And the sausage, you might cook for 7 or 8 minutes. You'll know when it's done. It'll be brown on both sides. Ooh, this smells good. So now, go ahead and add your sausage. We're going to stir this a little bit, and we'll come back in a few minutes. Alright, so we got these sausages cooked down just about right. Maybe a little long, but it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and scoop those on in with your chicken. Alright, now this is where the good stuff starts to happen, folks. Next, we add in our vegetables, and this is where it really comes to life. So grab all of this, let's put it down in there. Now there's a key to these vegetables. We're going to cook them way down. They're going to be really, really soft to where you won't even taste them. You won't feel the crunch is what I mean. You'll taste them, but you won't feel the crunch. And so once you get this going, get it kind of spread around a little bit. you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. Let's do a little more. Let's add a little more. And then it says to add a tablespoon of, my recipe says to add a tablespoon of Slap Your Mama or any other Creole seasoning that you like. I'll put in a tablespoon and then I'll add a little bit more. Then you need to add 3 bouillon cubes. Here you go. Add them in. And what we're going to do is you're just going to keep stirring occasionally, and you're going to cook this down for probably a good 25 minutes. It's going to take a while. When we come back here in a little bit, you'll see about what it is that we're looking for. But guys, I wish you could smell this. It is absolutely terrific. Alright guys, so we're about maybe 15 minutes into letting these veggies cook down. I wanted to take a second here and explain to you folks that this is where Cajun cooking comes from, is right here. They call this the Trinity. So Trinity is your bell peppers, your celery, and your onions. So when I say onions, I mean, yeah, it's white onions and green onions. But this is where it comes from. And when you add your Creole seasoning, which I use Slap Your Mama, but this is the same thing as Tony Chachere's, which I'm sure you guys can find in your grocery store. And this is pretty much the beginning of every Cajun dish, is these vegetables right here. And they're softening up a little bit. They're almost there, but I think probably about another 10 minutes they'll be soft to where all the crunch is out, and that's what you're looking for. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Alright guys, so we've got it cooked down. It almost looks burnt, and it is a little bit on the bottom, but that's okay. It'll all come off, because what we're about to do now is we're going to add 3.5 cups of water. And once you add the water, all of that burnt stuff all that burnt stuff on the bottom, it'll come up, and that's part of this, because that's your flavoring. So you put in that, get all that burnt stuff off the bottom. Comes right up. 3.5 cups, that was only 3. There's the other half. And so now, what you want to do is you want to add 1 10.5 ounce can of cream of mushroom soup. I need a spoon. Go ahead and put that in there. Okay, now we got that. Now you need 1 tablespoon, which you can see I have spilled, of Tabasco sauce. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll add a little bit more to get us to a tablespoon. Then we need 2 cups of kitchen bouquet. Now I just kind of guess at this. I'm going to say that's about, 2 teaspoons, not cups. That should be good. Now just stir that around a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add all of our meat back in. And now we are going to get 1 pound of bow tie pasta. Put that on in there. Now you want to mash it down. Get all of your bow tie pasta covered in the liquid. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back to a boil. You want to get all the noodles down in the juice so they'll soften up a little bit. In fact, we'll even start around while I do this. Alright guys, so what we want to do is bring this back up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and cover it, and when it gets back to a boil, we'll come back. Alright guys, let's make sure we're back to a boil. We are. I did forget to mention one thing, and that is have your oven preset to 300 degrees. And all you're going to do now is put this in the oven for 1 hour. And I'll check back with you then. Alright guys, so we've had this in the oven at 300 degrees for 1 hour. Let's see what we got. Oh Lord, look at this. This is nothing but Cajun goodness. I don't care what restaurant you go to here in South Louisiana. You are not going to find a dish any better than this. And the good thing is you can now do it in the comfort of your own home, no matter where you are. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I sure hope you try it. I guarantee you that you and your loved ones will absolutely thank you for it. So anyway, bon appetit and sauce bon.